Hi, my name's Ryan, this is my channel, and today I want to talk about a deck in Marvel Snap. This is a deck that I had the joy of getting to try after finally getting one of the core pieces out from Series 4, and that card is Stature, the card that's currently on screen. I came into the game during the Hit Monkey season, when when this deck was talked about being very strong at high level play. Since then, it's now seen since a couple of nerfs, but fast forwarding to today, Black Bolt Stature or good stats decks still have a lot of good things going for them. This deck is solid for both Conquest and ladder play due to having multiple smaller engines in the deck rather than being all in on a single line of play. And running together, you keep enough constant pressure to be able to easily take 2 to 3 lanes to 20 power or higher, while being able to disrupt your opponent's plans along the way as well. The first engine in this deck is a great 3-card addition to any set of 12, and that being Korg, Rockslide, and Darkhawk to add up to 3 cards to your opponent's deck in the form of generally useless rocks, and Darkhawk to be able to benefit from that, because if you get both Korg and Rockslide off, that is going to be plus 6 power onto your Darkhawk. Without either, Darkhawk ends up being only about a 4-6 a lot of the time. With both, you can do the math, he ends up being a 4-12, and that's pretty good value. I love me some Rocks and Hawks personally, so having a good excuse to play this package is just a treat, really. Because between affecting your opponent's draw percentages slightly with the Rocks and beefing up your Hawk at the same time, this is just a very strong A game in most decks. Secondly is Polaris to move some smaller bits around, as well as Miles Morales to benefit from cards being moved. You can definitely refine this list and add Silk to further increase the movement package to make it that much more likely that Miles is able to be 1 cost on any given turn. I just don't own Silk yet. Being able to reposition small cost cards isn't always as exciting as, for example, dragging a 9 power Sunspot into Fisk Tower or clogging a Wong lane with Raptors and Ninjas, but you can do that. And what's nice about Polaris being a 3/5 is that after she moves something, she still leaves a pretty good presence in that lane. And besides activating Miles, if you don't have Silk, or even Stegron, for example, if you have him and you want to spice up this deck a little bit. The third package is the 2-card combo for which the deck is named, Black Bolt and Stature. Black Bolt shouts a card out of your opponent's hand, making your Stature most likely on turn 6 cost only 1, meaning that you can play Stature alongside possibly a cost-reduced Darkhawk, costing maybe only 3 thanks to Zabu, making 4 off of Stature, and then maybe a Ham, what have you. Point is, it lets you throw a lot of power out and go very wide turn 6. It's something that most of the best decks have some plan to be able to do. This deck doesn't really like Moon Knight because, sure, he discards something out of your opponent's hands, but he can also discard your own Stature out of your hand, or some other valuable piece, making him not really synergize as well as someone might think at first glance. The rest of the deck is purely pieces that help execute on these 3 main strategies. Zabu is huge value when this version of the deck has 5 different 4-drops that he can hit to make cheaper. Iron Lad is just a good card in most decks. Shang-Chi's in here to be able to kill big things dead, and Enchantress is in here to just ruin ongoing decks. Ham is probably the most cuttable card. He to be honest, he's only in this deck for the lulz right now because I don't own Silk. Overall, I had a ton of fun clearing out my silver and gold tickets on stream with this deck today. I think it performs great in Conquest and ladder alike. It's for sure a higher collection level deck than what I've featured so far. Case in point, I don't even own Silk yet. But I think that this is definitely a good workable draft, and there's definitely some other pieces and tools that you can add to this, take away from this to fit your needs. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the games. Okay. What I like most about this deck is that it really likes Darkhawk, and goddamn do I love me some Darkhawk action. It's just such a fun time. It's a fantastic Zabu deck, too. Zabu's so good in this. Ooh. We really, really want to see Darkhawk now. Cage. I can Enchantress that. Hello, Mojo World. We'll stick Korg in there. I'm hopeful that I don't have to hard cast Spider-Man. Hopeful that I get the cost reduction. It would be nice. Locations aren't going to move anything for me, and it's if a card moved, so we'll see what our opponent's on. Okay. Could be Cerebro 2. It might be premature to assume that just because they played 2 cards of 2 power, but I'll ride this out. I won't play Enchantress yet. Let's see what else they got. Wong. I think now I send it. Just shut that off, and I'll take care of this, because Wong isn't ongoing. And if they're planning on doing Hazmat Wong, I want as little value off of that as possible. And Mystique hits no target. I think we just Black Bolt. Putting Black Bolt left means if they storm off Limbo and surprise end turn 6. One, it begs the question, why did they even bother with Limbo unless they're trying to play mind games? Well, they lost a rock. Okay, so this is probably Wong Surfer. Man, I ain't drawing anything good. Alright. The best stat line I have is Iron Lad, who can hit Zabu, Polaris, Darkhawk, or Stature. I think we put that there just to contest it, and that little bit there just go the tiniest bit over, and fuck it, we'll throw a rock because we have an extra energy we're not doing anything with. We hit Polaris. Doesn't mean anything, sadly, because the location's full. Alright, that's a rock. That's Crystal. Gambit hits one of my rocks. And they played the Hazmat. We still win. Okay. It feels so good to be playing the Enchantress deck for once, instead of just losing really hard to Enchantress over and over and over. Space Throne, eh? Alright, we have Ham on 2. Hopefully we see Zabu. Hey, Zabu! Actually, no, I think we Zabu on 2, actually. Because this is an extra turn for a chance for Spider-Ham to hit something good. Okay, so our opponent's definitely not Cerebro 2. Hello, card draw. Do I have actually... Maybe I do this. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, just kidding. Fuck me, I guess. That's awkward. Okay. We certainly tried to make something happen there. Maybe we just don't ham. Right? Maybe we just don't. We can... Or... What's worse? Missing... there's so many costs being reduced by Zabu that, like, honestly, with turn 7, I think this is the way. Because this might hit Sarah. Ooh, they're running Onslaught. Bruh, I can do this all fucking day. I can do this all day, my guy. All day. Every day. Never not having Enchantress in hand with this amount of card draw. So, I guess they're just a Wong deck? The Onslaught's weird. The Onslaught's very weird. Okay, I can do this all day, Home Slice. All day long. Not a problem for me. Now I think we Black Bolt. This means that we can play Stature and 2 other 4-drops. So, Jesus, we can do Stature into Darkhawk Rockslide. That's a little gross. That's a lot of gross, actually. Oh, hang on. Actually, no. We shouldn't do that because Darkhawk's gonna be tiny as shit. Iron Lad will hit nothing because all cards have been drawn out of the deck. They have priority. What am I afraid of right now? The only cards that we've seen that they haven't played right now are Crystal, but I don't think we're afraid. I mean, that does nothing. On the off chance they throw down something big. Actually, no. I think I still just do this. This is the most stats. Because I would only get 6 stats off of Darkhawk. It's fine. And we beat that, and that just through sheer bodies on the board. I'll wish them the good game, even though, if I'm being brutally honest, we kind of handled them pretty brutally. This is a fun deck. I like this deck. It's like a make-believe control deck. While still kind of being Control-E. Or, well, it has disruption tools. That was fun. Polaris and Spider-Man in our opener feels pretty good. Asteroid M is kind of free in terms of getting down miles. Mojo World, eh? So that's my turn 3 play is otherwise going to be Polaris. I could always ham on 4. Okay. Just because I don't know what they're on. And I want to minimize the value that they could possibly get off of Killmonger, if they have it. Goblin. Huh. Professor X. Interesting. Okay. Iron Lad has 5 things he could hit right now, but I don't think he's necessarily the right line. Or actually, we can Iron Lad over here, and then he gets yoinked over, and that'll automatically give the cost reduction for Spider-Man. That's fine. Played around needing Polaris at all. This could still be like a surprise Galactus. And then I think we do that just to fill it. Oh, that's awkward for you. There's no way they stay. There's no possible way they stay. Yeah. Zabu on 2 feels pretty good. Zabu on 1 feels better. Holy shit. Adam Warlock? There's part of me that still thinks this is just Galactus. God, this is kind of silly. I don't think we Iron Lad yet, because there's nothing we need to reach out for. I can just pull Warlock over here. And, like, make sure there's no way that he gets value off of him. And if they're otherwise... Oh, hello, Jeff. If they're otherwise going to force me to throw this lane, I'm not going to lose sleep. What is it? Just Jeff Korg? I don't want Iron Lad to hit something like... Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Well, at least it hit both of those. Okay, so that actually would have been pretty good for us. They can currently go for... Hobgoblin. Let's see if we hit Darkhawk. Nope, we hit Miles. Honestly, that's fine. Well, fine might be a strong word. That adds 9 over here, which makes us tie if they're Surprise Galactus. No Gamora for you, but sure, you can draw your fucking card. Probably just lose this. But let's at least fill up. There's a turn 7. So we'll at least get information on what they're playing. A rock. They stormed off the hub. Plus Legion. Wow. Okay. I'm good with that home. Alright, deuces. Oh, that was funny. Thank you for the gold ticket, friend. I guess that's one take on Legion, right? You run the goblins so that way you can devalue your opponent's lanes, and then you just lock out with Storm into Legion, assuming that the lockout will actually have what it takes to win. It's not a bad idea. It just didn't help our opponent there. Zabu on 2. Alright, we want to hide the fact that we're on Darkhawk as long as we can. This could be bounce, this could be Sarah control. Happy to see those. I like Halcyon, but not that particular song. Alright, what do we do here? We can Raw Dog Miles. We can hold off in the event we draw Polaris. And then force something into Necrosha, for example. No Enchantress for you. Alright, so they're almost certainly Sarah control. I can just hit them really hard with some rocks right now. Or, hang on. I think... Is that overkill? Yeah, I think I'm losing out on too many stats to justify that there. Let's play into Vibranium Mines and then just throw a bunch of rocks at them. Sure. And Killmonger wasn't going to do him too many other favors anyway. Now I think we just Black Bolt. And then what? Stature. Iron Lad hits. Polaris, Darkhawk, Shang-Chi, or Enchantress. All very good hits. He loses a rock. We do have a lot of stats here. So I like Stature into Lad Vibranium. And then just Nidavellir will be whatever Nidavellir is going to be. I'm into this. I think this works. Alright, so this could come out to tiebreaker. Shang-Chi hits nothing. Nope. Damn. So dodging the Shang-Chi mid felt pretty good. And the Bishop just got pretty big. Kitty Pryde got pretty big, and then they abandoned left. Yeah, that went well for them. I could have put the rocks mid. Damn it. I could have put those mid. Bar with no name, eh? I mean, as if they weren't already dodging priority. This hard forces it in my favor. Is there anything I'm going to be able to catch them out with? Enchantress actually does nothing in this matchup. Unless they happen to get a Sarah down early. Which I don't think they will. Well, it depends on third location. Okay, yeah, so nothing to worry about there. This is awkward. Sarah Control usually runs Scarlet Witch, I've found, so Bar with no name might not be a forever thing. Let's poke at their hand. Or, because what would turn 4 look like for us? Yeah, I think this is better. This provides better options. That's very all-in on Monster Island. No Sarah for them. This could be Scarlet Witch here. Yep, there it is. Fine by me. Alright. No, actually Black Bolt, with his stat density, we want to throw him mid. Because currently, Angela and Bishop aren't huge. Bishop could skyrocket a lot. It's harder for them to do that now because they don't have Sarah. Bad news for them. Enchantress hitting that really doesn't hurt my feelings. We're kind of past the point where I need to worry about that value. We just need to be 25 plus a little bit of extra math. I like Darkhawk, Stature Korg, and then we just abandon left. Because this is going to be 10, 12, takes us to 30. Do I think they play 5 cards? Probably not. Not without Sarah. Yeah, I'll snap on this. I don't think they win this. And then we're still adding 7 rights. They have to beat 14 there. I mean, they're just helping me here with playing left. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Oh, crisp 8-cuber. That worked very nicely. Yeah, because I think we hadn't actually shown them our Darkhawk up until then, and then they just said, whoever heard of not playing into Darkhawk? Alright. Little tilting, but new game. Hello, how you feeling, Rista? There are also rocks. Oh yeah, Home Depot was going to deliver some of the rocks today. The big rocks and the box cutter. They were delivering today. But then the smaller pond rocks, those... I don't remember when those were going to arrive. Probably in the next 2 weeks. But that does mean when I'm done here, I can take out some landscaping paper and put down some pond rocks. That'll be nice. Gotcha. Also feeling much better after sleeping. I am very happy to hear that. Invisible Woman, eh? What if we just Polaris Invisible Woman over here? How are the games going? Mostly pretty good. The last one was a pretty tilting loss. Where we fought tooth and nail just for locations and draws to screw us enough for a frankly very easy win deck to beat us. Well, comparatively easy win. Credit where it's due, our opponent played smart, but like... I'm not going to pretend I have much respect for evolutionary decks. They're still just such insane value in there. Hindsight, that really didn't do anything, because if they're Patriot, then it didn't need to play that there. We can kind of just throw that lane, I think. They just floated 2 turns in a row. Are they just waiting for MODOK straight into Hela? That's the case. I would love to draw Miles Morales right now. Oh wait, no, I knew it was going to be because we drew, or because we played, what's his name? Let's put some stats down over here. If they're going to MODOK Hela, they have to play something now. That's a rock. Big fucking rock. So we have priority, which means we hit the Invisible Woman. Their Hela flips first, then their MODOK, if they are on discard. I currently have no idea what our opponent's on. But, oh, word. I mean, Sadly, we still don't know what our opponent's on, because they only played an Invisible Woman, and then one card under the Invisible Woman. Yes, currently we are piloting a new deck for me. It's nothing new to the game. It's just good old Black Bolt Stature, just a good stats deck. It's kind of just a pile of relatively good cards. And then you get some good synergies therein. Alright, I'm desperate to see what our opponent's on, so I will take this opportunity to Spider Ham on one. So we just need information. Living Tribunal. Okay, they are hella discard Living Tribunal. Gotcha. Alright. Woo! Spider Ham! Oh man, that was pretty funny. I honestly, okay. Actually, what if they might not necessarily be discard tribunal? Not necessarily. That's my belief. That's my expectation. But I could be wrong. Something tells me the more Spider Ham you play, I mean, what? What am I? Well, okay, no, because I didn't win the first one because of Spider Ham. The first game, they just basically did nothing. But you're absolutely correct, Arista, because are they unironically running Snowguard? What? What? I'm with Mantra. What? Okay, alright. Okay. So they might not be discard. They might be ramp. They might be ramp. Okay. Okay, they are ramp. Okay, they are ramp. Okay. I am several versions of confused right now. Okay. Polaris doesn't really do anything other than possibly move the Invisible Woman to, like, missequence some of their shit, but, like, based on the fact that they're Onslaught... Yeah, that's very much what it is. I'm just trying to think about how I feel about that. I don't need to overthink this play, though. I can just Rock Slide. That's a little awkward over here because it means I can't Black Bolt, but I am about to snap Enchantress, and we're just gonna kind of make them sad, methinks. I don't like the Invisible Woman in this because I don't think it's necessary, but I do like this deck that my opponent's on. Oh yeah, and Enchantress eats insanely well into this deck. So if I had something like Darkhawk, a really funny play, if I had Zabu out, would be like Darkhawk into Shang-Chi here to assassinate this man. Alright, word. Peace out. I honestly don't know what my turn 6 play was going to be, so I'm perfectly fine with you skipping that step for me. Spider Ham. It's very good to see you, my friend. Alright, because they're currently on 4 and I have yet to lose, I'm just going to aggressive snap. Oh, they're in it. They're in for it. Okay. Alright, let's play a little game here. Let's play some Marvel Snap. If they Invisible Woman, I can just Polaris. Ooh. God, Polaris is looking at this board state and just licking her lips. She's ready to commit fucking violence. If they play Invisible Woman right, God have mercy on Susan Storm. God have mercy on her. Because I will not. Alright, so the fact that he's a ramp in a ramp Living Tribunal deck, I don't know if he's just like all in ongoing. They're still playing Snowguard. And he don't miss. He just don't miss. Okay, there's a magic. What you putting in Rickety Bridge, my friend? Jubilee. What? That. Moment from The Office where a character looks at the camera. What? We clicked the GG. Okay. Oh. That was pretty funny. I swear, I think he mistook it for like Destiny. He might have. If he did, that's an honest mistake. I guess just like, I don't know. I guess I'm only disappointed I didn't get to Polaris any mentionable thing into either Rickety Bridge or Fisk Tower. Shrug. I don't know. All I know is that's going in the fucking YouTube video. That's for fucking sure.